Chad Smith says at a year old, they noticed their son showing signs of hearing loss. A few years later, Alex was given the diagnosis. And although there was no history of hearing loss on either side of their families, soon after, their younger daughter, Cammie, began to show signs as well. Now both children, as well as their families, are actively involved in the Rehab Center's Deaf Services program.
Rehab Center has set us up with hearing aids and sign class. It's great. And at 3 years old, he became 70% deaf. And our daughter has also, at 3 years old, lost her license, or her hearing 70%. They said it would be degenerative, possibly, to where they would be completely deaf, so we decided to start sign class and everything so we know we can still talk to them when they do lose it.
Alex and Cammie's mother, Amber, says learning sign language has been fun and is not as hard as it looks. She even admits her children are learning it a lot easier and faster than she or her husband.
Well, it definitely makes it easier because there is a possibility of our children going completely deaf, and to be able to have another method to communicate with them aside from verbal. We don't have to rely on them hearing us. You know, if they don't have their hearing aids in, we can still communicate. It's also nice, I find my husband and myself using it a lot when we're in crowds or out in public because we don't have to try and yell above people or catch each other's attention around somebody else. We can have our conversation and not bother anybody else, and nobody's really the wiser.
Cammie and Alex's mom and dad aren't the only ones taking the sign language class at the rehab center. Their cousins and their grandmother take the class as well.
Kids mean the world to me, so not being able to communicate or understand what my kids need or my grandkids need